Hey guys, Community MK here, and what I got for you guys today is my OnePlus 3 review. Now, I've been using the phone for a little over a week, and to sum it all up in my impressions, I think that the phone is great for the price that you pay for it. Now, I know that's sort of a running thing between all the reviews that you will either read or see for the price, but it actually holds true. So, what I first want to talk about are some of the problems with this phone and some of the trade-offs maybe, because not everybody is going to read around on the OnePlus forums or go on Reddit or go on XDA and look at the problems that people are having. They'll just watch videos on YouTube, and a lot of these reviewers are not talking about these problems. A couple of them, yeah, but some other ones not so much. Now, the first thing, the more controversial problem, is the RAM management. Now, personally, for me, I don't have a problem with it. For the average user, they're not going to have a problem with it. As you can see with my phone here, the apps that you see locked on the side, that's it. I have a gallery open to show some battery stats I'll show later on. But apart from these apps right here, if I use an app, I'll just close it immediately. So I have no problems with switching app to app. But that's problem is going to be fixed in the 3.1.4 OTA update that's currently being tested, privately tested. And the next big issue is the display quality, and that is that the phone's colors are not up to sRGB standard. So I just really don't know what to say about it, besides unless you're directly comparing the screen to another phone, unless you have them side by side, or unless you are some super screen nerd, you're not gonna care, you're not gonna notice. The phone's display looks good, and that's just my opinion. You may feel differently, but for me it looks good. Now, next is something that I noticed personally, and that is with the fingerprint scanner. And for me, it's less accurate than the 6S Plus. Now, yeah, it's fast, it's accurate, and all that, like, boom. But if you lay it down flat on a surface, and now I have to use my pen. It's just, no matter, and sometimes it works, but it's less accurate. But if I pick it up, it reads it with no problem. And another thing I noticed is it's less accurate as well with pruned fingers. I noticed this after I got out of the shower one day. It would not read my finger. So I don't know if it's just me with these personal fingerprint scanner problems, or maybe you guys can try it for yourselves if you have the phone, and you can let me know in the comments if you have them too. But I don't have that problem with my 6S Plus. In my hand, perfect. Laying down flat, perfect. So I don't know if it's just me, but let's move on to another problem with the fingerprint scanner, and that has been noted as the pocket problem. And what that is that the fingerprint scanner will keep trying to scan your leg while the phone is in your pocket, and that will cause battery drain, and it'll cause the phone to heat up in your pocket. Now, personally, for me, I don't have that problem. But then again, I don't wear like skinny jeans or really tight fitting pants or anything like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't be, baggy and saggy and all that, but I just wear clothes that are normal fit, not tight fit. So if you notice that happening to you, I the only way to fix it is just to face your phone outwards in your pocket rather than screen facing toward your leg, and that will pretty much get rid of the issue. Now, another thing is a wake lock. Now, this is not exclusive to the OnePlus 3. This actually is just an Android problem in general. And what that is that your phone will never go to sleep. So let me show you these grids here. You can see that this is a constant slope. And this was my screen on time for that. So overall, the battery life is pretty good in my opinion, but it can be better. As you can see here, you see my phone actually went to sleep. I don't know if I can, nope. It'll probably look better on the screen when I edit this. Anyway, look at how much longer it lasted compared to the other picture, and it actually went to sleep. And you can see this almost straight line here because it actually activated deep sleep, which is a marshmallow feature. So if you notice that your battery life is just one constant slope, go ahead and tap this and see if your phone is actually awake the whole time. That is going to severely affect your battery life, and the problem comes from backup and sync, and you have to deactivate that, turn it off, whatever you want to say, and that's it. Now, your mileage may vary, but for me, that was it. And Google services went, it's not, well, I guess I didn't take a screenshot like this one, but Google services was taking up upwards of 20 to 30%, and that shouldn't happen. So for that problem, just turn off backup and sync and see if it works for you. You can look into the issue. There's plenty of people having it across various devices, the S7, the S7 Edge, the Nexus 6P. It's just an Android problem. It's not a OnePlus 3 problem. And one of the last issues, it's not really an issue per se, but you get this phone because OnePlus, it's similar to a Nexus. It's got good ROM support, and some people just like to dive right into the phone, unlock the bootloader, tripping over my words here, unlock the bootloader, and flash Paranoid Android or CyanogenMod or something. But right now, the kernel source for the dash charging is not released. So you cannot get dash charging unless you are on the stock ROM, which is Oxygen OS, which some people like, some people can tolerate it, some people hate it. But just know dash charging will not be available to you unless you are on the stock ROM. Now, OnePlus has came out and said that the kernel source will be released sometime towards like the end of July. So I think probably after you can get the gold variant of the OnePlus 3, then maybe you'll see the kernel, maybe not. But until that kernel source is out, if you want dash charging, that 0 to 60 in 30 minutes, and for me, charging it from 10% all the way to 100 in only an hour, you're not gonna get it unless you're on the stock ROM. So that's all the problems that I have noted and, put down in some notes so I can keep track of what to say on this video. But everything else about this phone, I pretty much agree with all the other reviews. The camera is good. Maybe not so much in auto mode, but it's good if you know how to use the manual mode or if you have really good lighting or whatever. I'm sure with some software tweaks, it can be great. But the fingerprint scanner being less accurate, of course now on that I'm on video. Okay, well, there it is. It's hit and miss, mostly miss when it's laying down flat on the surface. But all in all, these problems aren't that big of a deal if you're the average user, which is a person who just buys the phone, takes it out of the box, and uses it. Maybe the Android battery drain, the wake lock may hit you. The average user may come across that, but other than that, all the rest of these problems are not a big deal to worry about, and it's not something that I would say that the phone isn't worth buying over, because this stuff is going to be ironed out. This is just what happens when new devices are released. You're going to have some things that some people love and crave about, and some things that people don't like that maybe won't matter to everybody else. So if you're an average user and you're looking for a good phone at a great price, then I can totally recommend this phone. But I guess for right now, that's all I have to say. I will have more videos on this when I get my accessories in. I bought a glass screen protector, not the crappy OnePlus glass screen protector, but I got one that's full edge to edge, so we'll see how that looks. I got a case coming in from Orsley. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's gonna take forever to get here, like a month. So until then, I will keep using this phone. I really don't want to switch back to my iPhone after using this. But yeah, I guess I have nothing else to say. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.